Yo guys, we are finally back with another video, and it's been forever since we've done this, but we are back on the grind and we are going to be pushing pro this season as we do every season. But I've waited a bit too long to start pushing, so we have about, well, when I started pushing we had about 2 days left in the season. Now we're down to the final 24 hours, so we really need to be getting on this grind. I started off in L3 and pushed all the way up to M2, so in this video we're going to be going all the way to M3 hopefully. So, first map of the day, we have Open Business. My teammate picks Hank, they pick Ollie, and they pick Byron. So their draft is looking pretty strong right now. However, we have a good counter brawler. So I think to go this brawler, but my teammate reads my mind. Poco just absolutely hard counters Ollie. There's nothing he can really do into it because of the gadget. So Ollie's going to be basically useless in this matchup. And Poco's a pretty good mid on this map. So I don't have any problem with that. And a solid last pick into this, I'm thinking Kenji. My teammate suggested Bonnie, but I think Kenji will be perfect into this. It feeds super off the Ollie very easily, and it can take down the Byron quite easily as well. We just got to be careful of his splash because of the star power. But yeah, I think we have a pretty solid draft here. They could have hard countered us quite easily. I think what they should have done, because we first picked Hank, they should have gone a sort of wall break option into us, but they go with the Byron Ollie, and then they last picked Chester. So Chester is not good in this meta. I don't know why people insist on picking it all the time, but Chester's just not a good pick. It's good into what we're playing for the most part, but it's not that great into Hank. It's good into me, but I can easily play around it since there are a lot of walls on the map, so I'm not really too worried. So yes, let's hop into the first game. Let's go. Okay, so I am the only pro in the lobby, so I should be able to just run through these guys, honestly. Like, we're only in Masters 2, it's not really that difficult. So we do start by pushing up the left lane. We're facing off against the Ollie, and he's running jump. That is a big mistake. You don't run jump Ollie pretty much ever anymore, because yeah, that's what happens. He's just going to feed me super, and he can't really defend himself against me. At least with the other gadget, he can pull me into his teammates. But I'm just going to be feeding supers off him. So he feeds me another one. I go in towards the Byron. I almost get him down. I do actually get him down, which is nice. And we already have full control, which is very nice for my teammates. They're doing well. And of course, this Chester is just doing nothing. But Byron already realizes that Chester was a useless pick. And as you can see, they just don't have no damage. They have no damage. I'm able to easily run over them. The Ollie somehow gets behind us and gets the stun on the Poco, which is big since he has the gadget. But it's all good. We're fine. I guess he wasted it there. And the Chester trying to push in. I'm just going to go and help him out with that. We're going to dodge the Ollie super with my super. And he can't kill me. He really can't kill me. Yeah, this is the problem. Don't run jump Ollie. You need to learn how to play the pull Ollie nowadays. That's just how the meta works. So we're going to hypercharge super this Byron. Somehow we end up going down. I really don't know how he burst me down, but it's all good. Poco secures the zone, and we actually end up winning game 1. So not a bad start, I would say. Yeah, I don't have anything I should be worried about here. The Chester just doesn't look like he knows what he's doing, so he's not chasing me down necessarily, and that's what's making this a lot easier. So anyway, game 2. We're going to dash up the right lane once again. We're going to get into early positioning, and the Ollie's over there for some reason. I'm just going to jump straight into him. He jumps over me for some reason and just goes down immediately. He's just completely useless with that gadget. And now I can force that other into the corner. I almost get the slash onto the Chester. If I got it, I would have got the kill, but it's fine. So we're going to respawn. I think Poco ends up going down, but Hank's already there to take back the zone, which is fine. And they have nothing to really force us off the zone once we're on it. Chester just runs me down. I'm able to kill him. He just wastes his super completely. I don't know what this guy is doing. But this is what happens when you're in Masters 2. These players aren't real. I know some of you might struggle to hit like Masters or like Masters 2, but you just got to realize like a lot of these players aren't good, especially late season. Late season, they just don't do it. Like, no disrespect to them, because they're trying their best, but it's quite easy to play around. So anyway, we are on the zone. Ollie's down there giving our teammates a bit of trouble. We're going to help him out, but it's fine. And yeah, Byron's giving up at this point. We just simply run down the Chester. Like, he stuns us, but we got the healing from the Poco. Hank's going in. Ollie does another useless jump, which I'm not worried about. We hypercharge super him just to burst him down. And with that 100% on the zone, easy win. Like, we had no trouble there whatsoever. We just ran through them. And that's all because of the, it's all because of the draft, really. maybe a skill issue on their end, but again, the draft is really good in our favor. So yeah, let's hop into the next game. All right, then game 2, we have Infinite Doom. I don't mind this map. I don't mind this map. I think I've said it before in a previous video. I actually like this map. I used to play it a lot when it was actually a wipeout map. It wasn't always a bounty map. But yeah, when it was a wipeout map, I used to push trophies on this map all the time. It was really good, really good. A lot of people don't like it, but it does take some getting used to, I would say. So anyway, Infinite Doom, what we're going to ban? I think we're going to ban Crow just because I like to play stuff more aggressively. And Crow is really good at shutting stuff down like that on this map. And I wasn't too sure what I wanted to go here, but my teammate's flashing Ollie. I think in Jay, because maybe I banned Crow. He's flashing Brock now. I just listened to him because no one likes a backseat drafter. I'm not trying to draft when I'm the first pick. And yeah, he wants me to go Ollie. I'm like, okay, cool, we'll lock it in. So Ollie is a really safe pick. I'm scared of them going a Poco pick, which would be really good into me, of course. And Poco is actually very good on this map, like very good, but no one realizes that. But we have a good start to the draft. So what do they go? I don't remember what they go. What is it? Is it Byron? Yeah, it's Byron. There we go. So they lock into Byron, and they're probably going to support that with something more aggressive. I think Buster's a good pick into me for sure. Just because he's kind of immune to my super, a bit like how Poco is. Poco is immune with his gadget. Buster is immune with his super and his star power. So I believe they do lock in Buster, which is not bad. And once again, my teammate's flashing the Brock. I think Brock does well into Buster. It doesn't really have good synergy with me, but I think it's fine. He's considering the Poco. It could be alright, but it might get tapped up with a Byron. Like I didn't like the Brock pick here, but I mean, it can work. I think it's quite good into the Buster, since it's very hard for him to like sneak up at the map. And okay, we have last pick now. What did my teammate go? I literally just played these games. I don't know how I don't. Was it Jay? It was Jay. There we go. Yeah, it was Jay. So we have a bit of an aggressive comp. I mean, the Brock is a bit out of place in the draft, but that's fine. And unlike the other Ollie, we're going to be going with the pool gadget here. That's the only way we really catch the Buster off guard. And last pick, they go Lily. I hate facing Lily. I actually hate it. It's so annoying and so frustrating to deal with. Just because you never know where she is really. She's always where you don't want her to be. But it's fine. We have a bit of wall break. We have a way to get rid of the bushes. So hopefully she's not too much of a problem. And I think Brock is on jump as well. So we should be okay into her. So actually a very sweaty lobby. 3 match arena winners and there's a pro on the other team. So let's focus up. So we're gonna run through the mid just to make sure we're securing that blue star with the J. And we're gonna play a bit defensively. We're gonna try and stay near our teammates just so we can pull in anyone if we can. Wow, can't talk. And we do miss our gadget, so we're a bit vulnerable right now, but I don't think the opponents really knew that. But they do go in, and then Lily does Lily things and takes me down, and the J goes down. So not a great start. We've already lost control. So I need to get my super, and I really need to pick someone off. So luckily the Brock just does an amazing job and takes down the Buster. So we're able to force our way up the map a little bit. We don't know where the Lily is though. But I decided to super up. I'm expecting the Buster to use his shield, and I wait for the shield to expire, and then I pull him in, I think? No? Okay, I don't do that here. Oh wait, there we go. He sneaks up. But I'm able to stun him just a little bit, just enough to for us to get the kill. And we're not in the lead now, but we're in a bit of a better position. We only need 1 kill, or at least a blue star. So yeah, we're gonna try and force our way up. The Buster's there, but he can't kill me. A super, and now I pull him in. I wait for a super to expire, and then pull him in with my gadget into the Brock. We take him down, and my teammates do get splashed by that Byron Hyper, which is not great. But the Brock does survive, which is very convenient. And now we're in the lead. We are a bit on the back foot, but we have the lead, so we should be fine. And the main thing is, I'm close to my Hyper, so if I can get my Hyper charge, I can take down pretty much, probably just a Byron guaranteed. I get a nice pull onto the Buster, pull him in, he ends up going down. I see the Byron has a lot of stars, so I just commit my Hyper to him. And 17 stars, 70 to 9, we get the kill onto the Lily, and we only need 1 more kill. So the Buster's there, he's taking a bit of damage, but I decide to use my brain, and I sense the Byron is up top. I predict him with my gadget, pull him in, and we take him down to win game 1. So not bad. I think my teammates played that pretty well. Like, we got off to a bit of a rough start, but I think overall that was well played. That was well played. So I'm not complaining. Again, I've been a bit worried about this Lily, but she hasn't really been doing that much. aside from the start, of course. So game 2, same thing. We're gonna go right up to the mid. We're gonna grab that blue star, and we should be winning with the J in our team. We should be getting that every single time. I push up, I get a nice gadget off onto the Buster, and we're able to eliminate him, I believe. Yeah, the Brock gets a nice shot, but the Lily sneaking up, which is a bit dangerous. But I'm there to tank the shots, and we take her down, which is very nice. The Byron's landing a ton of shots into us, which is not great. Not great at all. The Buster's pushing up, and everyone's pushing up now, so we're a bit on the back foot. The Lily gets a nice super off. I'm able to hypnotize her and pull her in for the kill. I go in for the Buster. I just missed that. I hit the wall, but he pulls me in expecting to kill me, but my J's got me with the heals. And I want us to force our way into the mid, but that happens. Yes, we lose the J. There was a hypercharged Lily, so a bit awkward. But somehow we still have the lead, which is very nice. I get my hypercharged super already. I don't remember if I use it or not. But yeah, they start to go in. The Byron's there. I want to go onto the Byron with my hypercharge, but I don't. That's probably a mistake by me. I completely waste the hypercharge. But we do still have the lead, which is fine. Lily's on that right, but the Byron gets a huge splash onto me, but the J's there with the heals, which is nice. And they still have us pushed back. So we've been on the back foot pretty much the entire game. I get a nice pull into the Buster, and that allows the Brock to take him down with me. And we're still in an awkward position. Lily gets a super off. I end up going down. I think she respawns onto the Brock and takes him down, but they get the trade. And I go with my super because I know the Byron can't do anything, but I decide to go onto the Buster as he's probably not expecting it. And yeah, that's all we needed to do to win the game. I feel like I've been yapping a lot, but yeah. Well played by my teammates, of course. That was a solid win. And yeah, I think we're just going to skip ahead to the final game to M3. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, we are down to our final game to M3. And we have Gem Fort. So I've been playing this map a lot recently. If you've not been watching my shorts, you will know. But I don't mind it. For the draft, we're going to be banning out all the broken hypercharges. That's just how this works. We also have the new brawler Mina, which I think my teammate gets. Yeah, my teammate gets that. Everyone hates facing Mina. I don't really know how to play Mina yet, so I just don't want it in the lobby at all. So I'm happy with that ban. I ban out the kit. We all know how broken Kit Hyper is, and I've been facing it a bunch today, so I'm not really interested. And yeah, so the opponents have first pick. So I assume they'll be starting off with a mid, or just either the best brawler on the map, for example. But they kind of want a safe mid. That's what I'm assuming they would go for. But I don't think they actually do that. I think they go for Byron. I think Byron first pick. Yeah, I don't know why everyone's been doing that recently. I know Byron's really good right now, but as a gem carrier mid, I think he's a bit vulnerable. So I don't think that's necessarily a good pick. At least an early pick. Anyway, my teammate wants to go Bonnie. I think Bonnie just gets a free kill onto Byron every time she gets super. Of course, it's a bit risky since she's probably going to be the gem carrier, but I don't mind the Bonnie pick. It's okay. My teammate's flashing Tara. I think, of course, Tara is probably like the best gem grab brawler. But of course, she can be countered out a bit easily, especially on a map like this, by like Sandy, Amber. Like if they went Amber, but Amber's banned. Okay, so I guess the Tara was a good pick. Maybe if they went Janet, but then they'll be very vulnerable to aggro. So yeah, the Tara was a good pick overall. They got Ollie. Surprise, surprise. Broken hypercharge. Of course, they're gonna abuse that. Yeah, Byron, Ollie. This is the second time I'm facing it today, but it's a good combo. You can't really say anything about it. My teammates suggested me Buster. I think Buster would be good into this, and especially with their last pick, they go Ruffs. I think Buster would play very well into this, but it's not so much my playstyle. Like I do play a bit of Buster here and there, but I just like to play it very aggressive, and I like to just make the game messy. That's just how I like to do it. So I'm hovering the Mortis. I'm not really sure where else I could have gone. Maybe I could have gone to Lily now that I look at it, but I don't like Lily. I'd rather not play it myself. I can play it. I'm a good Lily, but I'd rather not. But yeah, we end up going in with the Mortis. I think we have a very free matchup here. As long as they don't have good vision on me, which they shouldn't do with their comp. They can't really scout me out too well. Like maybe the Ruffs at most, but I should be able to like sneak up on them a lot easier because there's a lot of bushes on this map. So round one of this. So yeah, hello Tara. Yes, hello. I can see you spinning. Nice to see you. So yeah, we're gonna dash into the mid. We're gonna just get as much of our super as possible. Like we could have got the kill there, but they spread out, which was smart of them. But yeah, we're only one shot of super, so we're gonna get straight back into that mid since they can't really do anything to force me out. And look at that, we've got positioning just by dashing in. So yeah, we're able to dash up and get a nice kill onto the Byron. The Ollie dashes away, but I'm getting my Coiled Snake ready, and I'm able to get a triple kill just like that. Very easy. Just a nice lineup of the bats. So a great start, I would say. Besides like the early death. But it's fine, that's what happens with Mortis. I dashed into the wall there, so I have to disengage immediately. And they just delete me there. They just delete me. So I could have played that a bit better. I think dashing into multiple people is a bit risky, especially if Byron has melees. Because I'm not healing up as much of my super, which is, you know, it's fine. It's fine. So Ollie goes in, I pop my hyper, I get him healing off the roughs, take down the Ollie just so he's not causing any trouble for my teammates. And I just sit in this bush and heal up. So I kind of always want to remain in bushes as much as possible just to keep the opponents guessing. Bonnie jumps away, which means Ollie's going to go in with his hyper. And I'm waiting for them to try and push back here. Because if I go in, I might just die without healing up. I'm able to take down the Rust, which is nice. Byron ends up going down, and we're able to pick up the 10th gem. So the countdown is going. I push up the lane. I'm just looking to get as much value as possible, or just to buy some time. And yeah, I can just get deleted immediately, which is okay. Which is okay. We bought a bit of time from our teammates. We're able to dash up. We take down the Byron. The Ruffs is there. The Ruffs is weak. We dash up, take him down, and with that we end up winning game 1. So very comfortable, I'd say. I think that wasn't too bad of a start. Of course, we made some mistakes dashing into multiple people and just getting destroyed. So we need to kind of avoid Byron when he has a super. I think that's the game plan. So, game 2. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to switch lane at the start. We're going to go to the other lane. Our ping's looking a bit worse this game, which is not great. But we do switch up the lane. We're going to see if we can get some more value. We dash straight onto the Byron, take him down. We get a bit of supercharge, and Ollie is still in the mid. He's giving our Bonnie some trouble, but we're able to help her out. And we have positioning, which is great. Bonnie does end up going down to the Byron, which is not ideal. But we do dodge out some shots, and we remain in the mid. We take him out with the super, and get some nice supercharge off the Ollie. We chain our bats into the roughs, which is nice. And we escape. So, we are holding 2 gems, which is not ideal. So, what I do is I get as much supercharge as possible, and as I'm about to die, I dash into the Bonnie just to donate her the gems. So we're up 7, which is, honestly, it's perfect. However, things don't remain the best. Because I dash in there, not expecting Ollie to have the gadget there. And in this moment, I'm going to be honest, my mum started calling my phone. And that really, really distracted me. As you can see, I don't know what I'm doing. So I just dash in, I waste my hyper completely, and just a horrible play. And they get away with the gems. So that was completely my fault. I should have just been more focused there. So it looks like we are going to lose this game. Like, I'm going to make one last-ditch effort to take back the gems, but there's not much I can do. Yeah, there's not much I can really do. They're all powered up, and yeah, we end up losing game 2. So this is why we really need to stay focused. That was just horrible. That was a horrible showing. So we're going to try and redeem ourselves in this game 3. So in this game 3, I think. Do we got the lane? I think we're just going to switch back to the original. So, because they're probably going to expect me on the left. So yeah, we go on the right. Yep, as you can see, they're shooting the right. And they can't really get to me. So, we dash in. We get controlled by the Ollie, but it's all good. And I just go in to get some supercharge off the Byron. Since I knew I was really good going down to his poison. And I remember the roughs on the left. The roughs is on the left, so he can't really hit me when I'm in the mid. Like, it'll be difficult. He's gonna waste a lot of shots, and when he wastes the shots, I can just go in, eliminate him. Very nice. The Ollie is getting tapped up a lot by this guy, and I was considering going in here, but what's the point? They're all in their spawn. I should play it a bit patient, wait until one of them's isolated, and just like that, the Byron's isolated. So I do use my super to take him down just a bit quicker, so he doesn't hit me with the splash. The Rush is there, but he's not expecting that. He immediately goes down, and Tara's doing a lot of work on that other side. I take down the Byron. He just wasn't expecting that. Like, the ping is really nice right now. I rarely get this, but yeah, I'm just gliding through the map. We only need one more gem. Actually, yeah, we get the gem. Tara goes in with hypercharge. Does she use it? I don't think. Oh, she does use it. Yeah, I go in for the Ollie, but he gets his hyper. Goes onto the Bonnie. Whew, I'm a bit out of breath. Damn. But yeah, We get the last few gems as Tara ends up going down, which is fine. And I have my hypercharge. I go in, I quickly take down the Ollie and dash out. I cycle it onto the Byron, which is very nice. And just the roughs left, Tara takes them down. I give my teammates a little bit of a spin because honestly, well played by them. I think they did really well, and of course, I need to give them a bit of motivation because of what happened in the previous game. But yeah, we get the nice easy win, 17-8. That was honestly really good performance by me. And yeah, with those decent stats, we do manage to rank up to Masters 3, but we don't have long enough in the season, so it's time to get on the grind, and hopefully by tomorrow I have a video for you with me hitting pro.